Another point, who in your opinion would be responsible for the type of gross corrupt practices that happened during that time? You mentioned the prospects of over $109 million being just lost. Now, before you answer that question, that $109 million, was that just gross revenue, or was that tax money that was lost?
That's they call the freight, the value, the freight on board.
Or just the base value?
So, but based on that, the government was supposed to assess revenue. So we lost that revenue that we were supposed to assess on that amount. And there are two groups of people here. Those that were making the decisions at the very top level, and those that were providing the data on which those decisions were based, which the group that I refer to as the foot soldiers. Some of them have said to me that it was suicidal to report violations by the OTC. You will get kicked out or you will get dismissed. But I don't know of anyone that reported and got dismissed. So I find that very difficult to believe. So as much as the decisions were being made at the top, I think those foot soldiers also bear equal responsibility, because it was based on their information that we were incurring all of those losses. I think if somebody from the sector had stood out and said, what is happening is wrong, maybe they would have been singled out, maybe they would have been harassed, but at least we would have had an insider coming forward and saying this is wrong, and on that basis other people may have taken up that issue and acted accordingly.
So there was almost a culture of fear and intimidation that was used to keep people working and not exposing what they knew was wrong.
I think some of them benefited from it as well.
Okay.
So it was not entirely about fear. I think when people make those assertions, it's more about trying to cover their own backs than being truthful. And I share one small experience with you. In 2004, we decided to hire a logger to work with our organization. We invited a number of people from the FDA for interview. At that time, the average salary of the skillers and the other people out there was like $30, $40 per month. We offered them $250. And they said, no. The minimum I can take is $750 or $800. And I said to them, you earn $30 and you seem to be happy. Why are you refusing $250? And they said, well, you know, when the timber company starts to operate, that whole thing is going to change. Which means they knew, they were aware that there were opportunities for rent seeking, for bribe taking. So they were not prepared to work for a decent salary. They were prepared to hang on until timber sanctions are removed, logging companies come back, and they can again go back to operating the way they operated in the past. So I would not leave it entirely to fear. I think this was an instance of people consciously carrying out rent-seeking activities and corrupt practices.